What's going on, everybody? It's Jeremy, and normally I would cover this over on the Geeks and Gamers channel, but we have a few uploads over there that I believe take precedent over this, so I'm going to do this on my personal channel. Let's talk about Daisy Ridley and the fact that her career struggled after the rise of Skywalker. What? You mean all of that respecting women and all of that virtue signaling and all of that identity politics and all of that trash storytelling did not help her career? Wow, great job, Kathleen. Great job, JJ. Great job, Roundhead Ryan. You've done a lot to elevate the careers of all of these brave and stunning women involved with the sequel trilogy, or the Disney trilogy as it should be referred to. But now, this isn't Daisy Ridley's fault, by the way. I like Daisy Ridley. I actually like her a lot, and I think that she does have a lot of potential moving forward. I like her. I think that she was really interesting in the first movie, in the Force Awakens. I found Rey to be an interesting character, and I thought Daisy Ridley did a good job. Then we got to The Last Jedi, and then we got to The Rise of Skywalker, and these are objectively horrible movies. I mean, there's no argument here. Again, if you like them, that's fine. I like bad movies too. These are really bad movies. And Rey's entire arc is so bad, and she didn't even get a lot to work with in these movies because they were not worried about actually telling a story. They were worried about pushing identity politics and using a female actress to get their social agenda across. Meanwhile, hurting the career of Daisy Ridley because she will be attached to this trash fire of a sequel trilogy, much like Robert Pattinson was attached to the Twilight movies. And even if Robert Pattinson was a good actor, he still had a lot of trouble overcoming that Twilight aura that surrounded him being with those movies, and the same will go for Daisy Ridley. So you did nothing to help her career. Great job, Kathleen. Respect women. The Force is female, right? But in all reality, I think things will turn around for Daisy Ridley down the road. But it's something we should know, and she says it right here. Daisy Ridley says she wasn't getting much work right after finishing Star Wars. Nothing was coming through. The actress recalls of those first couple of months after Rise of Skywalker hit theaters. Wow, JJ, you're such a powerful person in Hollywood. You couldn't pick up the phone and get Daisy Ridley a job, but you're too busy writing your stupid books about ending white supremacy at work. Maybe you got bigger problems than I thought at Bad Robot. Sorry about that white supremacy problem you got there, JJ. But it said, one would presume that Daisy Ridley, the face of a multi-billion-dollar global blockbuster franchise, would be swimming in job offers following the end of the latest Star Wars trilogy. But it says that the actress says was not the case. In a recent interview with Entertainment Weekly about her role in the time loop video game 12 Minutes, Ridley looks back on her mindset after wrapping up the cinematic saga of Rey and how there was a slight panic mode when nothing was coming through job-wise in those first couple of months after The Rise of Skywalker hit theaters. It was so sad to finish Star Wars, she says over Zoom from London. When the film was released, I was like, OMG, it was such a huge chapter. And weirdly, the past few months of not having much. Obviously, now it's really nice to be working, but not having much at the time. I feel like I processed the last 5 years to be forced to slow down. It was a good mentality for me, or good mentally for me, because Star Wars is a big thing in my life. Weirdly, at the beginning of the year, nothing was coming through, she continues. I was like, no one wants to employ me. Ridley later remarks how there was actually loads of things that she auditioned for at the beginning of the year and didn't get any of them. I had that moment of OMG and then just thought everything in its right time, she says. But at the end of February, early March, things started to pick up. It was around that time she got a call for 12 Minutes. So it's a voice acting job. I don't think she's picked up on a lot more since then. Let's see. So this is the voice acting role that she's got right now. Ridley now has a few other voice parts on her plate, including an animated interactive film and the virtual reality Oculus Quest platform. So more like speaking roles, I guess. Scripts for other potential projects have come across her way during London's pandemic-prompted quarantine. There have been awesome things, Ridley says, and obviously no one knows when they're going to go. Certain projects like Jurassic World Domination and The Girlfriend Experience Season 3 are currently filming in the UK with added safety measures, but that's not but that's not the norm for most productions. So again, I personally, like I said, I find Daisy Ridley to be a very likable person. You know, and I didn't like Ray after the episode 7. I thought Ray was completely terrible and unlikable, but I don't blame Daisy Ridley for that. I blame Rian Johnson and J.J. Abrams and Kathleen Kennedy and the leadership at Lucasfilm for that. But the overall point here is by your virtue signaling, by your lack of storytelling, by shoving all of this nonsense down people's throats, you have now hurt the career, the short-term career for Daisy Ridley. Do I think that she will overcome this? Absolutely. And this is just a thing where you can't really figure out how people are attached to things after the project is over with. I mean, you look at someone like a Harrison Ford, and obviously he's iconic as Indiana Jones and as Han Solo, but he went on to be a mega movie star. Then you had someone like Mark Hamill, who was more so the face of Star Wars than even Harrison Ford was, and yet he struggled to really take that next level in terms of the A-list style movie star. But obviously from the geek community, he is an A-lister with everything else that he's done. Same with Carrie Fisher. She really never elevated beyond that role as Princess Leia. Then you have other things like Hayden Christensen, who was in the prequels, and he did a lot of decent work afterwards, but he obviously never hit another level like he did when he was in the prequels, and the prequels had a lot of negativity surrounding them for various reasons. And with Daisy Ridley, with the Disney trilogy, I believe, and again, you can disagree with me and that's perfectly fine, but I believe that if these scripts would have been tighter and if these scripts would have been more suited towards character development and actually building the character of Rey instead of just shoving a tough woman into the role that doesn't need any training and all of that other nonsense, I believe that Daisy Ridley's career is viewed in a slightly different way. There's really no way to tell that, but ultimately, I wish Daisy Ridley the best. I wish Kathleen Kennedy the worst. I say fuck Lucasfilm. I say fuck Rian Johnson. And I say fuck J.J. Abrams. You guys have a good day, and we will talk to you later.